Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again to share another journal with you. This one, I'm really excited the way the cover came out. This was actually the one, and if you watch my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about, where the cover was just, I just wanted to throw it out the window because the cover was made from a pillow sham, but the what is it called? The bunting inside of it was so thick. Like in the past, I've gotten pillow shams, but the inside wasn't so thick, so I was able to fold it over because you know how I like to fold over the cover to the back so that way it can be sewn and stuff. But this was so thick, if I folded it over, it was just it was just a nightmare. So I had gotten a lot of suggestions from different people on how to kind of combat the issue, and what I ended up doing, and OMG, this was a headache. What I did was so there's like probably about an inch more of fabric that I had out, from the cover. That's the part that I fold under. So I undid all the stitching, because you know how like this is, it's kind of like it's quilted, so it has all the different stitching in there. I undid all the stitching all the way around, and I cut out by hand all the extra bunting, so that way when it folds over, it will just be the fabric. Oh my goodness, it took forever, but I'm so glad because I love this cover. I love the way it came out. So on the original pillow, there was like, different squares. This square was my favorite, and I knew I wanted to have this as the cover, and then this was the bottom. But what I did was I moved it down more so that this square looked like it was just a strip, but realistically this square is the same size as this square. And then I added this, it's like a vintage doily, and then one of my little clusters under there, and then it has the pink button to kind of match all like the pink on the outside of the cover. I also added this little heart and a little key, and that just dangles off of a bulb pin. It has the eyelet closures on the front and the back, and then I tied it with organza ribbon. Oh, and actually this one, I just started doing this recently. I learned how to do the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So this one, there's another one I did with that. Actually, there's 2 more that I did with that. And in the beginning, it was a little tricky, but I sort of gotten the hang of it. And I actually, look, I created a cheat sheet for myself. So I know that here's one. So, you go in through the middle, and then you come out through this, and you go in through that. So 1, 2, 3, and then you come back where it's 4, and then you go from this hole to this hole, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you tie. So I had to make myself a cheat sheet because I had to keep looking at the video that I learned it from to see how to do it. So inside cover, and let me just make sure I am in frame. Okay, right there is pretty good. Inside cover has a little sewn pockets. There's one in the front and one in the back. And in the front here, I have a letter from the bookmaker. I have these, they're like vintage fashion buttons. And what I love about these, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, it's from Woolworths, and it's 39 cents. I remember when I was young, like when I was a kid, probably like in, must have been elementary school. There used to be a Woolworths not too far from us, and it was near actually my friend's house. And we used to go there with our, little allowance and buy stuff, and it was just such a fun place to go. And then when I got a little bit older, I think when I was in high school, one of my friends in school, her dad was the manager of that Woolworths, and so we used to go in there a lot. So I just added that in there. Also, there's a little faux fabric sample here, and I have the little beads to match. And then that just gets tucked right down inside. Okay, so then the first page has this little pocket, and it's made with a little paper bag. Just did some collaging on the front, did some sewing. And in there, here's one of those tickets, not the tickets, the shipping tags that I was experimenting on with paint. So it's painted with like pink and gold paint, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's sparkly. So that gets tucked in there. And then here is another card that I was one time playing with my sprays. I did that. And this is a vintage, like a, what's it called? Like a, it's from the candle room at the Medford Motel. But every time you go and you eat, they punch a punch out. And then once you get to 12, you get a free dinner. So that's pretty neat. And here is one of my altered paper clips that I made. And there's a little butterfly and then some fibers hanging off. And then you can see the paper clip in the back. So that gets just attached there. And one of the tags that I made with my paper dolls. And here we have a little flip up. It is since I did it with scrapbooking paper, the pattern is here, but if you had a black pen, you could definitely write on it. Or you could put like a little picture there or something. And then tucked in, we have, this is the Wayside Museum of Archaeology. And this says at Pima Point. And this came out of one of those, like the souvenir booklets that has like pictures of wherever the places that you had gone. We have a vintage library card catalog thing, and then a vintage stock bin card. Now, book page there. And here, little pocket, and it's sewn. And this is, I don't know if this is vintage or not, but it's like it's glossy. It's like it's printed on a picture, like a photograph. And then this is a Tim Holtz card. Here I tried to do some fancy stitching all the way around. It sort of looks like heartbeats, kind of. A little bit. And then here I did some, this was just like a white space, like a margin, so I just sewed it so it wasn't look so plain. And then another one of those glossy pictures. And then inside here, we have two cards, and this is one of those pages that open up so that you can have so much journaling, or you can hide something secret in there and then, you know, flip it up and close it and fold it, and then it will stay safe inside. And let me just tuck that back in, and that. And then here I was just kind of experimenting with a punch to punch out one of these scallop circles. And then these little ones I had punched out from before. They're little butterflies. But I thought, you know, the blue and then the little tiny pink ones around it make it look kind of neat. Here's just a little edge that I made there. Here's another stock bin card. And this I made actually in a previous video, and these were, oh my gosh, I believe I was watching Pamela, the hippie gypsy, and she had shown how to make these on her channel. So I copied the way she was doing it, and I did it into my journal too. And then I put a little tab on here so you know to put that up. And then inside we have two vintage playing cards. Oops. Sometimes you gotta tuck them right back in the same way. There we go. That's a Tim Holtz ticket. And another little pocket here. This is a French vocabulary card. And that's how to say window. And a vintage, I call them sideways library cards. I'm not really exactly sure what they are, but they look like a library card to me, just sideways. So, yeah. So here's some more book page. And this is another one that I made these in another video, and I used like packing paper. Stuff that when I used to order from Walmart that got shipped and was wrapped in this stuff. But it's kind of like same material as like a paper bag. But I use it to make pockets. And there's like a vintage rent receipt. And it has the yellow copy too. And then this is a little, I don't know what kind of card it is vintage, but I don't know. I wanted to say it was a cigarette card, but it's the wrong size, I believe. But he just goes in there. Just a little decoration on the bottom. Did some more decorating. This is a little, like a little notebook, and there's some pages there, so you can journal on that. And then here's the middle of the signature. And these both flip up, so you can journal there. This is a, it wasn't posted, but it's vintage. I just don't know from when, but it is in a little plastic sleeve to protect it. And then this is a postcard made to look vintage, but it's not. It's just a reproduction. See how on the back it's made to look like it's all grungy, but it's definitely not vintage. But it's cool looking. And I love the way that the background is all monochrome and then the car sticks out in front. And then here is another one of those little pads that you can journal on. And then another decoration for the side. And here's another of the pockets that I made. Here's a little catch card. And another one of the shipping tags with the gold edging and the stamping on it. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Okay. And here is another altered paperclip, and this is the one that I was inspired by Bonnie to do. She was making clusters like this, so I tried my hands at making clusters, and then I put them on a paperclip. So that's where I got the idea from. And one of my handmade tags, these tags I absolutely love. Love, love, love. And I'm always so awkward when I try to clip stuff back on when I'm filming. But there we go. That works. And this is a Tim Holtz, like, I don't know, ephemera piece. You can journal on the front of that. And another vintage postcard. But unfortunately, this one was not posted. It was written on. There's just a name there, but it was not posted. But it is vintage. It's embossed. It's raised. You can see it from the back. And it's pretty, pretty neat. Okay. And then here I just did a little collaging with a little girl from my sticker book. And another one of Pamela's pockets. And inside we have a little tag and another little game piece. And some more decoration. Here's another one of those pages that open completely out to well, actually that's a game card, and there's a playing card. And then this is I made that. This is with a stamp. I have this really cute stamp, and the nice thing about this, if you want, you can color this in, or you can just use it as a journaling card and just journal on the back. Sorry, had to take a sip of water. And then here, I got these from my friend Sherry. She had these little bunny, I don't know what they are. They're like little bunny pieces. They're not stickers. And it's, you know, this image on both sides. But they were so cute, and I had to get some. So I added Mr. and Mrs. Bunny in here. And then I just put some coffee dyed paper here. So if you wanted to use this to write on, you definitely could. Some more fun stitching around the edge. Another French vocabulary card, and then also just some more paper for journaling. And here again we have the pocket with the 3 little, and this, I don't know what this is from. I'm thinking of maybe a book, but it's on like a thicker paper than like book paper, and it's also textured. I feel like it's really cool. But I figure you can use it to write notes on the back. So that goes right back in there. Some more little edging on that page. And here's just like the front, a little paper bag. And inside we have, this is like I made a copy of like a ticket from World's Championship Games. So it's not real, it's just a copy of it. And then 2 papers for writing. And then here's the back pocket. I have my signature right there. And then this is Seawash Rock, Stanley Park, Vancouver, British Columbia. I think it's sea wash. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, and this is posted. So this is, oh, it doesn't, that's weird. It doesn't have a date. I mean, it has a stamp, it has the postmark. Oh, no, no, no. I'm sorry. It's 1926. February 3rd. Oh my gosh. No, not turd. February 23rd. And then here's 25. So 1925 or 26. I'm not really sure. But that's what it is. So that's pretty cool. And I've never seen postcards like this. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen them. I don't have any postcards like this. So that was really neat. It's kind of like tall and thin. So that goes in there. And then I made this little stamp here, and then you can journal on the back. And here is a vintage bingo page that you can write on. Oh, 1972. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I put that in there. And then that is the end. So this journal here, it is available in my shop if you are interested. I will leave the link to it in the description box below, so you can just click on over. I don't know why sometimes I can't talk and tie. It's like, I'm sure people look at me and watch me tie my journals afterwards and think to themselves, does she even tie her own shoes? But I don't know, when I'm at this funny angle, my hands don't work right. Like when I'm trying to clip something on or tie something, it looks like I'm all thumbs. In real life, I'm really not like that, but on camera, I definitely am. And I don't know if I told you this already. This journal measures 5.5 by 7.5 too. So I just love this cover. This is, I think, one of my favorite covers that I've done in a very long time. I mean, I like all my covers, but you know how some just pop, and like once it's there, it's just like, yes, that's like my whole envision in one sitting. So that was definitely this. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of this journal. If you have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them alone. Leave them below, not leave them alone. So sorry. Leave them below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.